To me, that's his, perfectly fetching moment. Because,
Hmm.
with Jared and Big Valley, I have that, whole thing where I laugh every time, and I laugh every.
Hmm.
Anyway, hello again. And I'm back with my sister. I guess you are now the official second taster on these things.
I guess so.
So you're having a good time with it. I
It's
think so.
fun.
Yeah, even when I'm thinking this too, it's fun even when the product turns out to be icky.
Right.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of fun to do it, even
Yeah.
though, and then we get to look back and see what kind of really funny faces we made when we bit into something. Ugh.
Mhm.
So again, um, a lot of these are, I'm going to call videos of opportunity. I happen to see something that looks interesting.
Mhm.
Now, I do want to tell the people I did not bring the package on this, but originally I had found a mix that was for yeasted gluten-free donuts that had a method on it where you could make them vegan, specific instructions.
Mhm.
And I think you remember I said if they work out, we're going to do the tasting, and if they don't, we're not, because I only have one other thing.
Right.
Okay. Well, needless to say, they didn't work out. I think what I texted you, the dough didn't rise. I
Yeah.
mean, it was just. I mean, I'm telling you that. And I reached out to the company on it, and my reaction was, might it be that this really doesn't work very well with vegan substitutes? Because it's asking you to use, a vegan milk of your choice, and an egg replacer. And then, obviously instead of butter, they wanted you could use a plant-based margarine. And I bought one that was specifically for baking, it says.
Mhm.
And the thing, it just didn't rise. I mean, and I've used, you got how many years I've baked with yeast. I mean, I know.
Right.
Okay. And I mean, after 4 hours, these things hadn't budged. And it's like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? And I looked up online to see how to do baked donuts because I thought I'm just going to go ahead and turn the oven on and bake them and see what happens. Because if it was something that even half resembled something edible, I'd bring one and we'd taste it to see
Right.
what happened. But it didn't work that way either. I had to throw the whole mess out. So that kind of went down the tubes, and I put the other item aside and I said, I want to find something else to go with it. And we did, and here we are. And so I reached out, I said, well, another opportunity. I guess, there's tons of things out there already that I haven't tasted, and tons of things that they haven't invented yet,
Mm.
for better or for worse. So we're going to kind of dig right in. Um, so what happened was I found these. These are the Unreal Dark Chocolate Coconut Bars.
Yum.
Okay, now,
Sounds yum.
yeah, it sounds yum. And the thing is that I have, for years now, there's another brand called Ocho, or however they pronounce it.
Hmm.
And they have the dark chocolate coconut bars. And I've brought you some of those.
Yeah.
And they're very good. And this is just another brand, and we'll have to see. But I love, see, when I didn't eat vegan, one of my favorite candy bars of all times was Mounds.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh my gosh. And it was funny. I think we have talked about this, how we grew up in a home where coconut was like hated. I mean, by the, I say the people in charge.
Yeah.
Our father hated it to the point he doesn't, I mean, if there's a coconut smell within a mile, he's
Right.
freaking out.
Unless it's Monteshevitz macaroons and
Macaroons.
Passover.
And those things are so coconut.
Yeah.
I can't understand it. I mean, it's like you have an exception. I said, you know what you're eating. And see, that's actually how I first discovered that I liked coconut.
Right.
Because it was either a Sunday school mock Seder where they had a macaroon on the plate.
Hmm.
I don't know if you remember, they used to do that. Or just sometimes, but that's how I first discovered that I loved it.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know about you, but and then, so yeah, it's,
I like a good Mounds bar.
yeah, I don't know, is there a bad one?
And
And these are,
individually wrapped, not like those caramels last time.
right. Or or the peppermint
Oh
patties
yeah, the
that
peppermint patties that melted all together
those were
and didn't
fun.
even taste good.
Yeah, she got a lick of it. I mean, okay, so we're gonna open these up.
Mm,
Let's see.
nice and dark.
Okay. Oh, they smell nice and dark.
Smells like a Mounds bar.
It does. It actually, you can kind of get that smell of coconut.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can break one and yeah, see. So yeah, people like to see. It looks like that filling.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Salud.
L'chaim.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Oh my. It tastes like a Mounds bar.
Mm. Mm. You know what? I am totally getting that coconut.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, what I don't like
Mm.
things that are coconut in name only, where
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the texture's not there or the flavor's not there. I'm getting the texture of it. Those taste like coconut.
And it's not overly sweet, which I
And
like.
okay, so that's one of the claims of this particular brand is that they don't have as much sugar in each one. Now that is very, very good.
Yeah. And like I said, it does to me taste like a Mounds bar.
Yeah, I haven't had an actual Mounds bar in so long that
It's just a tad bit drier because it doesn't have the egg white in it.
right. But
it tastes great.
yeah, now see,
I'll take another bite.
this is kind of an interesting thing for me in this because I'm starting to wonder right now, I don't know if anybody does it. We have always like taken certain candy bars and put them in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done that with Mounds?
Yes.
Okay. I am thinking right now I really would like to do that with some of these and
Mhm.
see how they come out. I don't know what it is, but we've always kind of done that. We've put the bars in the freezer.
With the Mounds bar, because it has corn syrup as well as the egg white,
Yeah.
it gets very, very, very chewy
Oh,
and almost hard to chew.
okay.
So these might actually freeze better.
Now, this is totally on a limb on this, and the Unreal people should be very proud because I would give this a 4.5 stars.
Me too.
I would get these again. I would
Definitely eat them.
eat them again. Yeah. And the only reason I didn't eat more of this is because there's some more stuff in here.
Right.
And I don't want to get.
And I ate half, but it was delicious.
Yeah, I just ate the half of the piece there. I mean, it didn't break in half.
Yeah.
So I'll leave you a couple. I don't, because I'll just pig out on the whole mess. Okay, so the other, this is crunchy chili onion peanuts.
Hmm.
Now, I'm gonna show the thing here because you can see into the bag, and I just see a bunch of powder in with them too. You
and
can
broken peanuts.
and broken peanut. So
peanut
I don't
dust.
peanut dust, and I don't know if that's peanut dust or chili and onion dust, and I don't know what, but it is Trader Joe's, so no harm, no foul.
Right. I was shopping there the other day, and they have a sign up behind the cash registers that says no problem returns, and no,
Oh, they finally put up a sign about
yeah,
it.
like no some. It was like
Yeah.
no problem return, something like that.
You know, and the thing is that I'm
No
glad
questions asked. You know.
Yeah, usually I don't. They haven't had a sign, but you know they'll tell you. And again, it is because they want you to try everything. They
Right.
get new products and they want you to try them.
And especially if one of their team members you ask about, and
Yeah.
they recommend something to you, especially them.
I don't know. It's not a very strong anything.
It smells like rancid peanuts.
Uh-oh. Because now,
At least to me, I don't
okay.
know.
Now I was going to say now, just so you know, my sister and I do not have a habit of walking around sniffing food. Okay. Even for the tasting. But for instance, like with the previous thing here, where you're saying coconut, you want to see if you smell coconut.
Yeah.
Because coconut is a strong
Mm-hmm.
smell. This says chili and onion.
Don't smell that, but smell.
It
Rancid
doesn't. It doesn't smell like that.
Did you get rancid peanut?
I didn't get much of anything. I wasn't sure what I got. But what I'm saying is the reason that I'll say smell these is because when you have something with like onion or whatever, you want to know that you're going to smell the onion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'd rather taste it, but I think the smell will do that. So, all right. I'm going to pour some right here.
That's a good idea. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to,
Take this big one.
I have a peanut here.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
I'm getting a hint of chili on my tongue, but not much. Not tasting onion at all.
not either. But what's interesting, and I don't know if you put the idea in my head, because at Trader Joe's they have, you can buy just peanuts, and I buy them, and they taste nice and crunchy and fresh, and these don't have that.
No. And I'm still getting the chili on the back end.
Okay, I'm finally getting it, but it's just more heat than flavor.
Yeah.
And that,
Yeah.
okay, that, without even going any further, is a 1.
I agree.
My goodness. And like I said, I don't know, but the peanut somehow, I'm going to say this. Have you, when you get peanuts that, those horrible, maybe you like them, our dad likes them. They're called burnt peanuts, and it's got that, they look like raspberries, and
Yeah.
it's like got that candy coating on
Yeah,
it.
I like them.
Okay, but the crunch comes from the candy, and sometimes the peanut is softer.
Mm-hmm. And rancid.
Okay, that's what these peanuts remind me of.
Yeah.
The ones that have been coated and not really like a nice crunchy
No.
fresh peanut.
And I'm still getting the chili on my tongue.
Oh. Yeah, well, I've got, maybe this will help.
But all, like you said, it's only heat. There's no flavor.
No flavor and no onion. Okay. These I found by, this is called Nut Butter Stuffed Sandwich Cookies, Cocoa Cashew Cream. And so this is a brand, yeah, Simple Mills. They make all kinds of like gluten-free, vegan stuff.
Sounds good.
What was interesting is I was looking for something else and didn't find that, and happened to look up and saw these. And so we'll have to see, because I've actually never had I've had vegan gluten-free sandwich cookies, but never had where the filling is like a cashew. Now, his cashew actually makes very creamy, fake, I'm going to call it fake ice cream and things like that. It makes it really creamy.
Right.
So we'll see.
And I've never had cashew butter, but it's supposed to be really good.
I've had it, but it's hard to find.
And it's very expensive when you do find it.
That too. Okay. There aren't that many in the package.
Well, smells good.
And smell good, yeah.
I'm almost tempted to try the filling without
Yeah.
the cookie.
Okay, well, I wanna open them. Oh, just to see so you can see what's inside. Okay, so it's kind of a,
It looks like peanut butter.
yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. Okay, so I've got an idea.
But I'm tempted to taste separate.
Okay, I've got an idea on that. Let's taste the filling alone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's taste the cookie alone, and then let's see if we can get a bite of it both together. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a piece of this filling. Doesn't smell like anything really. I'm not a fan.
It doesn't taste like cashews.
It tastes.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all.
No. It's sour almost.
Mhm. Yeah.
And like I said, no taste of cashew at all.
Mm-mm.
And I'm trying to think of what it. I have had something that tastes like it though, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and I've said we're gonna keep in all the.
Oh yeah, no cashew flavor at all.
But there's something.
Not sweet.
What is it with the rancid? It's almost like it tastes like cashews that have gone bad.
Maybe.
Oh,
Okay, no.
the cookie.
Not for the cookie alone.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's not a strong flavor.
Okay, now
Kind of covers up the flavor of the terrible
I'm
Cashew
going to
butter.
defer to you because when it came to Oreos and things like that, I did not like the plain cookie. I felt like it was too dry and too bitter or too something. And you like the plain cookie, so how
Right.
do you feel about if
No.
yeah, you would not
No.
get this plain cookie?
No.
Okay. How do you feel now about tasting it together, or we both just forget it?
I I don't think it's going to be any better together.
No, it's not going to change things.
No.
Okay. So,
And the cookie's extremely dry,
yeah, that's
and it's almost no flavor.
that's weird.
Yeah. And that cashew butter has no smell and no taste almost. I don't know how you.
No, it's got some kind of really, I'm going to be honest, it's got some really horrible foul taste.
Yeah.
Maybe it's our taste buds. Um, I am never, ever telling people that our opinions or our assessment or however you want to look at it is telling you don't buy this.
Right.
All we're saying is what we're not going to do again.
Right.
That one's a 1.
Yeah, definitely.
Even, ugh.
Maybe even a half.
Yeah. Well, no, a 1. 1/2 for the cookie, 1/2 for the butter.
Okay. Agree.
There you go.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That was really bad.
I liked the peanuts better.
I don't know about that,
and
but
that's saying something
yeah. Oh,
because they were terrible.
yeah. Yeah. I think. Ugh. I'm just making faces. Luckily, I'm not stuck with them, so luckily. Mm. Oh, or we're stuck with that flavor in our mouths.
Now, where did you find the cookies?
In the Market District gluten-free
Oh, okay.
cabinet
Section.
section. Oh. Well, I think there's no question that our best thing today was I'll remind people, the Unreal Coconut Dark Chocolate. I'm kind of glad we got just one good one this
Yes.
time. It's hard to, it's interesting because sometimes, everything is a fail and it, you have to take that chance. And I
Right.
think that's the thing about tasting things. Again, if you've had these cookies and you love them, let us know. It's just
It's a matter of taste.
it's a matter of taste, and this is just us tasting it. I feel like I'm still making faces. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I'm still tasting the cream, even after eating the piece of cookie.
yeah. I'm not. Luckily, I don't know what's going on in my mouth with that, but that's definitely going in the.
Oh, you can't return that.
No, the cookie I bit out of. I can return the box. Yeah,
Oh,
I can return this.
okay.
That's no problem. That's not a problem. They'll take it. I'm like,
That's good.
yeah. I think the only time that it's sort of, and you have to argue with them sometimes, like Amazon when it's
Oh,
food.
yeah.
But if you reach out and say, something really went wrong with it, they'll.
I had something from Amazon, and there wasn't even a thing to contact the seller,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really bad, and I just threw it away.
No, was that the freeze dried thing or?
Yes.
We talked about that last time where I said, yeah, we should have, because that was an interesting experience. Talk about the look on a face.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so probably the closest they ever did to the Lucille Ball, with that,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it was like unbidden because, I just like automatically made this face and it
Yeah.
was probably a good one.
And Jeff couldn't even bite into it
That's what you said. Yeah.
because
It's like,
I don't know if they were stale because some of them were stuck together.
mm.
It just was really bad.
Yeah, I should have brought this new gum that I've gotten because my mouth's been a little dry lately and just all my membranes just because the house is dry or something.
Yeah.
This gum got recommended it's from this called Epic Dental, and it doesn't have like aspartame in it or anything like that. It's xylitol, but I got cinnamon, I got orange mango, and I got fresh fruit, and I
Mm.
tasted each one just to see what they were really good. Right now, I wish I had a piece of that cinnamon gum. Just, piece of anything,
Right.
because that was pretty bad. Like I said, our best one came from Unreal today. Um, Again, if there is a product you've seen, go ahead and reach out and say, here, try this. If it is something that I've tasted in the past, we won't do it. I'm trying to surprise myself here
Right.
for the most part. Um, but other than that, again, at least we had one good one. I think at least and we can
Yeah.
go back to nibbling on it after I shut the camera down. But in the meantime, that is our recommendations anyway. And until next time, keep noshing. You can order copies of my dessert recipe books by searching the titles at your favorite online bookseller, or email migdalor@aol.com to learn how to get signed copies directly from me. See you next time, and keep noshing.